Hey, what is up, you guys? We're back with Changing Your Mind About South Park. This is the final part of the South Park movie. I am proud that we are almost done with this. I hope you guys have enjoyed them so far, and I will go ahead and get into the next part.
You're late, Hartman. I had to ride my back here. Did you bring the punch and pie? Yeah, you guys.
You guys.
Hey, Kenny's dead.
I don't think Kenny's
I saw him in my room. I know, Cartman, I know. I see Kenny every day. You do? Sure, dude. On the face of every child. On the smile of every baby.
I know, like, it's far-fetched, so that's why they don't believe him. But from his perspective, he's like, dude, don't tell. And they, once again, like, no one believes him. No one listens to him.
Saddam Hussein and Satan are gonna come up and rule the world. Saddam Hussein?
Saddam Hussein?
Who is it?
I'm here for La Resistance.
What's the password?
I don't know.
Guess.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Okay.
Viva La Resistance.
Oh, no, it's that kid.
This is the place.
Wendy?
Stan?
La Resistance?
You're more political than we thought.
Wow, a lot of people showed up. Kay.
Kay.
Terrence and Philip are supposed to be killed, and we think that sucks ass. Yes?
We were to understand there'd be pie and punch.
There isn't any.
There isn't any.
Terrence and Philip are supposed to be killed, so we think we should prank call a bunch of policemen and have pizzas sent to them that they didn't order.
Woo! Burgers.
May I?
What?
Terrence and Philip are currently being held at the Canadian internment camp 2 kilometers outside of town.
How do you know all this?
Once the show begins, we should have about 1 hour to get Terrence and Philip out of their cell and into this clearing. There we will all rendezvous and together take
Rendezvous.
Dude, Wendy's new guy is smart.
Wendy's
You
new
must
guy
all
is
meet me at
smart.
the rendezvous
Dan's
most
probably like,
dangerous part.
you're my friend,
I'll go
Kyle.
No, we're going. We started La Resistance. We'll get Terrence and Philip and meet you at the rendezvous point.
It's like, no. Listen here, this is my plan. I'm doing it. I'm impressing Wendy.
Fuck that! Cartman, do you want that bee chip in you forever? We're going.
Oh, boy! Military action, Ned!
We get to see Jimbo and Ned.
Yeah, this uniform makes me feel like a tough, brute man, Mr.
A
Pants.
tough, brute
Sure
man.
does. Oh boy, I can't wait for our first shore leave so I can get me some fucking poontang.
Our first shore leave.
USO show for all you troops. There will be celebrities, followed by the execution of Terrence and Philip. After the show, we will finally be sending ground troops into Canada. Let's strategize. Told us that
They were really trying to show that they were in the late 90s, early 2000s with that, like, 3D there.
Battalion 5, raise your hand. You will be the all-important first attack wave.
For no
Hey,
particular
wait a minute.
reason.
Now keep in mind, Operation Human Shield will suffer heavy losses. 14, you are Operation Get Behind the Darkies. You will follow Battalion 5 here. Are there any questions, men? Yes, soldier.
Have you ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation?
I don't
Listen to hip-hop.
Part of Canada.
Yeah, get ya. Saddam Hussein's like messing with it.
Fucking Windows 98. Get Bill Gates in here.
Get Bill Gates in here.
You told us Windows 98 would be faster and more efficient with better access to the internet.
It is
Faster. The 1st Battalion's not the most excited, I wonder why.
But you will need help from someone who's done this sort of thing before. Here's the address of the mole.
Good mole.
He is an expert in obtaining.
So,
Get
you guys don't understand. I love the mole. And he's only in this movie, and he's only in this movie for like 2 to 5 minutes, somewhere in there. And that's it. That's all it is. He's in no other South Park media. He's never come back. I would try and like dress up as him in my room just so I could cosplay his parts. That is like the devotion. God has smiled upon you this day. The fate of a nation in your hands. And blessed be the children we who fight with all the bravery till only the righteous stand. You see the distant flames that bellow in the night. You fight in all our names and what we know is right. And when you all get shot and cannot carry on, though you die, La Resistance lives on. You may get stabbed in the head with a dagger or a sword. You may be burned to death or skinned alive or worse. But when they torture you, you will not feel the need to run forward, though you die. La Resistance lives on. Blame Canada, because the country's gone awry. Tomorrow night, these freaks will fry! Tomorrow night, our lives will change. Tomorrow night, we'll be entertained. An execution, what a sight. Tomorrow night, there's so much room where babies burp and flowers bloom. Tomorrow night up there is doomed, and so I will be going soon. Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. You're a boner-biting bastard, Uncle Fucker. Looks like we may be out in that. Tomorrow night, we're pretty fucked. Why did our mothers start this war? What the fuck are they fighting for? When did this song become a marathon? there'll be no more Celine Dion. They may cut your dick in half and serve it to a pig, and though it hurts, you'll laugh and dance a dickless jig. And that's the way it goes, and warrior shot upon, though you die. Law of resistance lives on. Blame Canada, blame Canada, blame Canada. That was the one little to Butters, and they have went on to say that they really regret not having Butters in the South Park movie because he is such a part of the South Park show, and Butters was based on Eric Stow, who is their animation director. They just very much regret not having Butters having a larger speaking role, but he does technically have that one little where he falls over.
It's one more day until we can take over the world. I don't know if I can sleep. You know what I mean?
This book is really interesting.
Saddam is from Mars, Satan is from Venus. The men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Let's fuck!
Saddam, I'm trying to have a nice conversation with you.
As I mentioned in the last part, how you have to make sure that when you're marketing a film, at least you used to, because now there's red band trailers, so you can market above G material in films as long as it's said that it's a red band trailer. Matt and Trey talked about how they felt like they tried to tell the world that this is a really I just realized what I stopped on. I'm gonna have to change that. Anyway, so they wanted to market that this is a naughty film. We do not want kids to watch it. It is an adult movie, but because the MPAA would only release G-rated material to market the film with, parents that would just see the trailer would be like, it's animated, so it's for kids, right? They blame the marketing also on why parents mistakenly took their kids to the film.
I communicate by wanting you to ask me questions and you communicate.
Hey, that is interesting. Let's fuck!
I'm trying to have a nice conversation with you.
Trying to have a nice conversation with you.
Oh, now that is just not appropriate.
It's not
Come on,
appropriate.
it's not real.
It's not real.
Aha, it's not real either. Come on, guys.
Ha 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 ha! Soon the world will belong to me. It's Saddam. He doesn't nurture my emotions. He just wants sex and can't learn to communicate. You're right. I should leave him. I'm just gonna tell him, Saddam, I'm going to Earth to rule alone. I'm strong, and I don't need him.
Like that Kenny is also an 8-year-old, and he's having to counsel Satan on his relationship with Saddam Hussein, and he's giving him good advice. It's just the kids in this series are able to function at such a higher emotional level than the parents are. The epiphany is choking me. Jesus? I swear. He's not got a helmet on, because he's got his halo. And then they gotta lock up Ike in the attic because he's Canadian, which is legitimately sad.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, here he is.
I'm sorry. The mole is grounded. He can't come out and play.
What? He's a kid?
He said very naughty things about God.
He very naughty things about God.
Well, all right. Christoph.
Christoph!
We're gonna go rescue Terrence and Phillip from the USO show, and we were Who are you? Who sent you? The Gregory kid!
He's not slept in a while.
We're La Resistance. We want to save Terrence and Phillip and stop the war and stuff. I can't help you. I'm grounded in my room for the next 3 days. Why are you grounded? Why?
Why?
Because God
I'll
hates
tell
me.
you
That's-
why.
He has made my life miserable. So I call him a cocksucking asshole, and I get grounded.
So will you help us?
Very well. Meet me in the backyard in 5 minutes. Viva la resistance.
Viva la
We'll show God
resistance.
that we're not gonna fucking take any more of it.
Christoph, get in here.
Coming, mother.
Saddam, I need to talk to you.
Ah, you better get packing, bitch. We have to go. We're running out of time.
Saddam?
Saddam.
Sometimes you can love a person very much, but still know that they aren't right for you.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Treat me like shit, Saddam. I'm leaving you. I'm going up to Earth to rule alone.
I have some notes. Paramount and Matt and Trey frequently disagreed with the marketing on this movie. The first trailer that Paramount made, they did not like. In the description of this video, I am going to have linked the first trailer, the second trailer, as well as a couple other videos I found that are pertinent to this, so you can visually see the difference of the trailers. The first trailer they made did not like it, Matt and Trey, because they felt it did not represent South Park at all. It was very slapstick and silly. It was Disney and kind of like, it's gonna be the laughiest movie of the year, like that kind of thing. Matt and Trey went to cut their own trailer of the movie to Carmina Burana. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 like making it seem like this is a big, like, epic movie, because once again, like, they can't really market it to be about what it is because they have to keep the rating G. They still wanted to make the trailer in their own flavor. Paramount really wanted the trailer for this movie to come out in the Austin Powers movie, so that's why there was such a push. And Matt and Trey had went back with Paramount so much that now they only had 48 hours to send the trailer in to make it for the Austin Powers deadline. Paramount also initially wanted to have Kid Rock do a music video for the movie. He was going to do a rendition of Kyle's Mom. But Matt and Trey convinced them to do the Brian Boitano song for the movie, with Trey singing but their friend acting as the singer in the music video. And you'll see what I mean when I link it, because when I first watched the Brian Boitano music video, I was like, why is it clearly Trey's voice, but Trey's not acting in the video, and it's just this random dude that we've never seen before? So, just once again, them just being weird and sarcastic. The day they were filming that video, so the Brian Boitano song, and Trey's friend was acting as him, Matt saw an intern take the DLT of the original Hated trailer, and he took it and put it in the trunk of his car and drove home. And then he said the next day he woke up to a call from his lawyer saying, like, hey buddy, do you got something that belongs to Paramount? You can't do that. You're gonna go to jail if you don't take it back. This is big. They thought, Matt and Trey, that if they didn't voice the characters within the film, they were convinced that they would have been taken off the film. Yes, it was their project, it was their baby, but Paramount was really fed up with it.
No, you can't do that.
I'm sorry, but I have to be strong.
I have to go to Earth.
You don't even have respect for me.
Sure I do, guys.
Sure I do, guy. I don't think he has any respect for him. Some people say that I'm a bad guy. They may be right, but it's not as if I don't try. I just fuck up. Try as I might. But I can change, I can learn to keep my promises, I swear it. I'll open up my heart and I will share it any minute now. I will be born again. Yes, I can change, I know I've been a dirty little bastard. I like to kill, I like to maim. Yes, I'm insane, but it's okay because I can change. It's not my fault that I'm so evil, it's society. You see, my parents were sometimes abusive, and it made a prick of me. But I can change. What if you remained a sandy little butthole? Hey, Satan, don't be such a twit. Mother Teresa won't have shit on me. Just watch me, I'm changing. Here we go, I'm changing.
You see, I've really matured.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Come on, we have to hurry.
And not that it's ever an excuse, because I know there's going to be someone who's like, well, it's not an excuse if someone was abused by their parents. Oh no, it sure as hell ain't for it to be an excuse for Saddam Hussein to do all that he did just because his parents abused him. It is kind of interesting to think about, like, some of these people that do these horrible acts. Are they born that way? Does something happen that, like, changes their brain chemistry? Why do these people do the things they do? Do all these bad people have a common through line? Is there something that happened? It doesn't excuse what they've done, but maybe if we know the causation, we can stop the causation, right? Maybe I'm just insane. I don't know. Oh, there he is again, guys.
This is the USO show. You realize that by doing this, we could be grounded for 2, perhaps even 3 weeks.
We're
For
willing
2,
to take that
at
risk.
traps, even
Then let's go.
3 weeks.
And now, here are your hosts for the evening, Sheila Broflovsky and Big Gay.
Another fun detail on the movie was that during post-production, Trey had to go to the hospital because he was having horrible pains thinking that he had appendicitis. And he said that he went to the hospital, they ran every test on him, they did everything. He is healthy as a horse. There wasn't a thing wrong with him. And then finally it hit him like a couple of weeks later that it was like, oh, I'm just so stressed from like not sleeping and pushing myself and working on this. The stress was literally killing him and taking him out. And on the audio commentary, they had one of his producers, Pam Brady, came in and was like teasing him and saying, oh yeah, Trey's got July 13th-itis or like whatever the date when it was supposed to come out, because he's like freaking out because he's got a movie coming out. He's stressed. So his body's taking it out on him. We all have stress and this and that, but if we're not managing our stress in a healthy way, or if we're pushing ourselves beyond what we can physically, mentally, spiritually do, our body's gonna start breaking down on us. We're just mammals at the end of the day.
Going to abolish Canadian smut.
That's right, Sheila.
That's right, Sheila. Let's bring out the condemned.
Great day for democracy.
Philip, this is worse than that night I fell asleep and you put your dick in my mouth and took a picture.
I know, Terrence. I know. Be careful not to touch this wire.
Ah, motherfucker!
And I like that Stan cares enough to like cover his mouth and like try and help him get through.
Do you see Terrence and Philip?
Yes, but they are heavily
He's just using one of the things that doesn't
We
even
have to
work.
dig from here so as not to be seen. Come on, bitches.
Come on, bitches.
Hey, Mole, do you know where the clitoris is?
The what?
The
Clitoris. I have to find the clitoris so I can get this windy girl to like me again.
Hey, you need to
Just stop thinking with your dick.
You have to be on your toes, because I am not going to be grounded again. Not for you,
You, not for anybody.
You're out there in the battlefield, and you're looking into the beady eyes of a Canadian as he charges you with his hockey stick or whatever he has. People are dying all around you. Just remember what the MPAA says. Horrific, deplorable violence is okay, as long as people don't say any naughty words. That is what this war is all about.
This will be my last little ranty piece as far as like the facts that I have. So this film was ultimately rated R by the Motion Picture Association, and it was for its pervasive vulgar language, crude sexual humor, and some violent images. So 6 of the test screenings, it was given an NC-17 rating. And then 2 weeks before the premiere of this film, they get called from the studio saying that they need to get an R from the MPAA. So from what I understand, Paramount was calling Matt and Trey saying, hey, you guys need to make sure we get an R rating on this film, because as I've mentioned in previous parts, if you got a G rating film, you can market it to everybody, you can make merch for everything, like it's just going to be more profitable. Everybody can go see a Disney movie. PG-13 is harder, R is harder, NC-17, you're not going to get marketing, you're not going to get publicity, and you're not going to get a whole lot of stuff. I mean, now it's a little bit different than it was in 98, but still. So they were like, you need an R rating, because we at least need to be able to market the film a little bit. So Stone called executive producer Scott Rubin, and it was in quotations, freaked out on them. The next day, the film's rating was lowered to an R. So it just reminds me once again about how, oh, it's not about like what you do, it's about who you know. And yes, like you can educate yourself in that. Sometimes it is a little bit about who you know and who you have in your corner. And then another quote from Trey was similarly to what Sheila had just said. The ratings board only cared about the dirty words. They are so confused and arbitrary. They did not blink twice because of the violence, Parker said to the New York Times. The MPAA objected certain words, but they had no issue showing soldiers shot dead. They received very specific notes on the film, whereas on Orgasmo, a film that they had made a couple years previously that had gotten an NC-17 and they had no big studio behind them, when they got that NC-17, they were given no notes and just told, no, it's just going to be an NC-17. There is nothing that you can change about this movie that would make it anything but an NC-17. However, the South Park movie, they had Paramount behind them. Paramount was like, you need that R rating. And then when they ended up getting the NC-17, since they needed that R rating, the MPAA gave them the paperwork of everything that they would like them to change about the movie in order to make it an R rating. Trey was very, very, very frustrated that his film, his art was being treated differently back then just because he didn't have a big studio behind him. Orgasmo, the film itself, I will say I've seen both of them. Even though Orgasmo sounds like, oh, it's such a horrible, awful movie, it's probably a cleaner, more PC movie than this movie even was, 100%. I thought it was funny because one of the notes that they did get was that they could not exceed 400 swear words, so they decided to put 399 in instead.
Sheet. Move.
We were split up here. Let's synchronize watches.
Watches.
You don't have watches?
Dude, you didn't say anything about watches. What do you think this is, kid? TV kitty hour where we all sit around and lick butt?
He's just so serious. Like, everybody else is just screwing around, but he's like, no, listen, we gotta get to this right here.
Dude, we don't have watches.
Sheet.
Got it.
And the rope?
Check.
And the butt for?
What's a butt for?
For pooping silly.
Dan and Kyle, get near the stage and stall the show. Any way you can. Do whatever it takes to keep that show going. Over there is the electrical box. You must sneak over there and shut it off before I return with Terrence and Philip, or the alarms will sound, and I will be attacked by guard dogs.
Okay.
You must shut off the alarms. I fucking hate guard dogs.
I heard you the first time, you British piece of shit. Ah!
If anything goes wrong, make a sound like a dying giraffe.
What's a dying giraffe sound like? Okay. Careful, dude.
Careful. Was
Careful.
my mother careful when she stabbed me in the heart with a clothes hanger while I was still in the womb?
Damn, dude, that kid is fucked up.
He is. He really is.
Well, that's all the acts we have for you tonight, so let's just get on with the execution!
No, we have to stall him. More!
Oh, you big sillies! You want to
You
see
big
more
sillies.
of me?
Yeah, big gay out.
Big gay out. Big gay out.
Well, I do have a little song I wrote about the war. Oh, but we haven't rehearsed.
Bombs are flying, people are dying, children are crying, politicians are lying too. Cancer is killing, Texaco's spilling, the whole world's gone to hell, but how are you? I'm super, thanks for asking. All things considered, I couldn't be better, I must say. I'm feeling super, no nothing bugs me. Everything is super when don't you think I look cute in this hat? I'm so sorry, Mr. Cripple, but I just cannot feel bad for you right now because I'm feeling so insanely super that even the fact that you can't walk can't bring me down. He's super, thanks for asking. All things considered, he couldn't be better, he must say. I'm super, no nothing bugs me. Everything is super when don't you think I look cute in this hat? These little pants, this matching tie that I got at Vogue. I'm super, in the barracks, in the trenches as well. Big Gay Al says, do as to tell. Yes, he's super and he's proud to convey. Everything is super when you're gay. When you're gay.
Again! They're coming? But our moms won't listen to us.
And he's like, just listen to me, please. But of course it freaked him out. And he didn't get to turn it off, so now Mole is screwed.
Now here to rescue you. Shut the alarm off, Cartman? Cartman?
Cartman?
Whoops. Oh,
Whoops.
shit!
Hey, did you hear that? Sounds like the giraffe is down.
Sheet!
Sheet!
Sheet! Oh no! Come on, Mole, come on! Sheet! Sheet!
The alarms, they went off.
Yeah,
The
that was
alarms,
my
they weren't
bad,
off.
sorry.
Hold me.
Hold
So
me.
very cold. Now you must get out of here.
We can't leave without you.
It's okay, I'm done for.
I'm
No,
dead
we
for.
can't leave without you. We don't know where the hell we are.
We don't know where we are.
Here I come, God. Here I come, you fucking rat.
Now the light she fades and darkness settles in. But I will find strength. No Mole, hang on. I'll find pride within. We'll get you home. Because although I die, I can't face my mother. Our freedom will be won, not alone. Though I die, la resistance lives on.
Shit!
The execution!
The day is ours.
We have to tell them about Saddam Hussein and Satan. No way, dude. My mom can't
No
see
way,
me
dude.
here. Kyle, you have to stand up to your mother. Come on.
And I like that it's also been a plot that Stan's been telling him, Kyle, you have to stand up to your mother. You need to tell her how you feel. But Kyle's just been so afraid to stand up to his parent. And that is a hard, real thing that I think a lot of people go through.
All right, Anonymous. Ready to switch.
Anonymous.
Wait.
Eric, Kyle.
Go on, dude. Tell her.
Tell her, Kyle.
I can't. You can't kill Terrence and Philip. If they die, Satan and Saddam Hussein are gonna come take over the world.
It kind of reminds me of the Bible, too, of how Aaron was sent with Moses because he's like, I can't talk, like, I don't know what to do. Kyle's not able to talk, but his friend steps in and helps him a little bit. And I really appreciate that. Sometimes we do need our buddy with us. Sometimes we do need, like, our person, our people to help us. And that's why we have each other, I think. So if you see your friends struggling, help them.
Oh, the switch, Mr. Garrison.
Hey, I'm supposed to be anonymous.
I'm supposed to be anonymous.
Bye, bastards.
No!
The Canadians are
Then
attacking.
all
Run
hell
for your
breaks
lives.
loose.
Ah, fuck! Hey, some little fat kid saved us.
He still does try and do the right
Let's
thing.
get you to the rendezvous point. Dad, behind you.
These scenes, you can see there's like a whole lot of blood and gore. That was like the big thing that Trey was mad about is there's so much blood and gore, and they didn't care anything about that. There were no notes about the shoulders being shot or the blood or anything. It was all about the dirty words. That's all they cared about. They just didn't like that they cussed. And I just think that's very interesting. They were just so concerned over dirty words. Yeah, like may not be the most polite, and maybe everybody doesn't want to hear them. That's what's so wrong, but it's okay to watch people being shot and killed and murdered and desensitized to that. He found it.
Be not afraid.
For I am the clitoris.
What are you?
I am the clitoris. And you must not let Terrence and Philip's blood be spilled on the ground.
You're supposed to tell me how to get Wendy to like me.
There are more important matters right now.
No way, dude. I've looked all over for you.
You have to
Wendy
tell
liked
me.
Dude, you just have
Dude.
to have confidence in yourself. Believe in yourself and others will believe in you. Chicks love confidence. Now go, hurry, the clitoris has spoken.
Are you okay?
I see you failed in your mission. I should not have sent a boy to do a man's job.
Come on, everyone.
I like that she
We've
gets
got
mad at
precious
him.
little time.
And then he's like, I'm not gonna let that faze me. I'm gonna get up and do what I need to do. While she was speaking the clitoris. But legitimately, Mary Kay Bergman is the woman that has voiced every single female voice in this movie and in South Park up until this point. At the time of this film, Mary Kay was still doing the voices for South Park, all the ladies, and I just always like bringing her up because it just truly breaks my heart that she was just such a talented voice actor and just so talented in general, but she took her own life. It was almost that I felt she had anxiety from like the interviews I've seen of feeling like her voice was changing and that she wasn't going to be good enough and things like that, and it just really breaks my heart because she was like, she would be alive today. It's just like, I don't know, and it just makes me think of the films that she could have been in and like voiced in, and like I don't know, it just makes you think.
Parents and Philip! Navigate to the rendezvous point! Hey, it's Mr. Garrison!
Take Mr. Hand.
Take
Please,
Mr. Hand,
Get him out
please.
of here.
Hey, this V-chip is getting all screwy!
Human shield up front, then Operation Get Behind the Dog here.
At least the human
Remember,
shield like gets
shield,
their
protect our
vengeance,
tanks and
so.
planes too.
Squad, just like I told you.
What the
Great plan, Chef.
Operation Human Shield my ass.
My God, this is terrible. This is what we wanted.
I think it's interesting that Sharon, Stan, and Shelley's mother tends to always be the first parent to be like, I think that something's not right. Like, she seems to be the most emotionally intelligent parent in the entire town.
We wanted our children to be brought up in a smut-free environment. But we didn't want this. We're going to find our boys. For God's sake, Sheila, we're going to get them killed.
And it's like, when is enough enough?
All those times I said you were a big dumb Jew, I didn't mean it.
I didn't
You're
mean
not
it.
a Jew.
You're not a Jew.
Yes, I am.
I am,
a Jew.
Cartman. I am a Jew.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm still holding this for.
Mr. Hand. No.
Mr. Hat. Like, he knew that they threw him.
Really deep trouble. But I found the clitoris, so now I think I can get Wendy to like me again.
Cool.
Oh, that's swell, Stan. Yeah, I
That's
guess
swell,
that's
Stan.
Oh, Philip, we're done for.
All right, men, fire!
Goodbye, Terrence.
Don't shoot.
I'll take care of this. Kyle!
And Kyle is standing up to his mom finally.
What?
I'm not moving.
Stand down, children. You can still see fart jokes on Nickelodeon.
This is about freedom of speech, about censorship, and stuff.
And
What
stuff.
about Ike, huh, Mom? Did you forget that your own adopted son is Canadian?
I'm doing very important things.
And I think that people that do things that you would point at and be like, oh, they're doing the wrong. Like, I think in their own way, they do believe that they're doing what's right. Sometimes, like, they do believe that. And I think that's why it's like, you gotta meet people where they are. I don't think any of us are as evil or as vile as we think.
Whenever I get in trouble, you go off and blame everybody else. Deal with me. You keep going off and fighting all these causes, but I don't want to fight her. I want my mom.
I hear that from people, and being in therapy and dealing with like some of the childhood stuff that I've went through, and also like hearing other people and their experiences, we've kind of had an epidemic of people just not understanding how important it is to be there for people and like their emotions and talk to people instead of just like going out and like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. We just got to be there for each other. We really have gotten like, well, I'm just dealing with this on my own, and like, well, screw them, like they just don't know what they're doing, like they just ruined their life, they don't need any help. Now there are some people that don't want help, and you know, you have to keep your guard up with that to be like, all right, like, is this person gonna pull me down? But at the same time, it's like, we can't ever help people if we're so worried about them being so much worse than us.
Oh, the poor little fella.
No!
And she still doesn't get it.
Holy shit, dude!
Young man, you watch your mouth.
My time has come.
You are really fucked now!
Shoot him!
What a dumbass!
You have
Oh, there's Kitty.
spilled the blood of the innocent. Now begins 2 million years of darkness.
Good job, Miss Bloflowski. Thanks a
Good
lot.
job.
I was just trying to make the world a better place for children.
Yeah, and you brought enough intolerance to the world to allow my coming. Yeah, bend over!
Bend over.
I am the Dark Ruler, not you.
Relax, bitch, you better see not her. Start by building a big statue of me. Right over there where that fat kid is standing. Hey,
able to stand up and do that because like his friends are finally encouraging him a little bit. And it's very anime.
Don't worry, I can change.
I can change.
Okay.
I like it's kind of 3D.
What are you waiting for, bitch? Destroy him! Come on, you weak, stupid comeback and save me!
That's it!
And even he's having to make a choice between whether he wants to stand up to Saddam or not. Hey, guy, no!
Spent so much time convincing me I was weak and stupid that I believed it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I have you to thank, little one. Make any wish you want, and I shall grant it.
Are you sure, Kenny?
What did he say?
That his wish is for everything to go back the way it was before this horrible war.
Kenny, you realize that means you'd go back too.
Kenny is a very selfless character because for like Mysterion, and we see episodes like with his sister, and like we know more and more about Kenny through the show, and I come to love Kenny's character more and more through the show. He's like my favorite character. I just love that he's always so self-sacrificing as a character. He knows his life is crappy. He knows that when doing this, he's gonna go back to hell. It's not gonna be good for him, but he knows that's the right thing to do. He's willing to just do what's right and to self-sacrifice. I just really admire that as a character, because especially in a world of we have like so much narcissism, it's nice that he is so loving and so giving of himself when he himself has no reason to. He's not rich. He doesn't have good parents. He doesn't have, like, anything behind him. He's just doing and he's trying. And yeah, like, maybe he's not perfect and maybe he's a horny little bastard and he cusses, but he does what he feels is right and he tries to love people.
Well, very well then. I will pull all my minions back. I guess I'm destined to live in hell alone. Hello? What's this?
Oh, and Mr. Hat.
Hey there, little guy. Would you like to go to hell with me? Sure. I bet we can be best friends, Mr. Satan.
Thanks for going back to hell for us. You're a real pal. Goodbye, you guys.
His voice here is Mike Judd, who is the creator and voice actor on King of the Hill. Typically, Kenny is voiced by Matt, but just for the cameo scene, it was Mike
I'm
Judd.
alive. Where's Mr. Head?
What the fuck's going on?
And honestly, the score is really beautiful.
Herman's filthy fucking mouth that saved us all.
I'm sorry I didn't pay attention to you, Kyle.
What about Gregory?
Stan, I never really cared for Gregory.
You didn't?
No, dude, fuck Gregory. Fuck
Him right in the ear.
Yay! Thank you, Clitoris.
Everything worked out, what a happy end. Americans and Canadians are friends again. So let's all join hands and knock oppression down. Good lordy, I'm found. Don't you know our little lives are now complete? 'Cause Terrence and Philip are sweet, super sweet. Thank God we live in this quiet little pissant redneck podunk jerkwater greenhorn one horse mud hole peckerwood right wing whistle stop hobnail truck driving old fashioned hayseed inbred unkept out of date out of tud white trash kick ass mountain pound. And the orca, of course. And I love it. Like, Kenny gets to go to heaven, he gets his halo, he gets his hose, like, he's good. Fuck. What would Brian Boitano do if he was here right now? He'd make a plan, he'd follow through. That's what Brian Boitano do. Alright, guys. Thank you for going with me on this journey. As I said at the beginning, this movie is very special to me. It will probably always be special and comforting to me. It's a big part of my life, and I think that it embodies a lot of what I enjoy. Musicals, comedy, heartfelt, something. It really kind of lit me up, and it still inspires me. I still think it's a great film, and I still think it holds up. I am so grateful that I was able to go through this with you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and thankfully now that we have the movie recorded and done, it will be much easier for me to get back on a regular recording schedule. Like with my daughter and with work and everything, it's hard for me to find time to record, but now that I don't have to worry about making sure that I can sing, edit, and upload the songs in there as well, it will make the process a little bit faster. Also, I'm not going to worry about chunking up a movie. It's just going to be like 20-minute episodes again. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.